Hey all, it's me, Laura B. at Craft and See with Laura B. How is everyone today? I am fine. Fine as frog hairs. Can't complain. Hotter than Hades outside, but hey. You know. Beauregard says 96, but he's always running hot. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be a scorcher here for the next few days, but you know what? Nothing in compared to other places around our country and the world. So again, can't complain. Sorry, just wiping stuff off. Excuse my sniff, allergies. Alright, so we are here for the flip through of my Ode to Janie B journal. I will try to remember to show what I got from Amazon yesterday. Might have been the day before. Anyway, so here we are. Here's the cover. All I did was did this. Where's the thing? This is what I did. This is it. So I watercolored. Watercolor paper. I did purple. And then I did some greens. And I did some yellows to kind of tie it in to this. You know, making the halfway point. Setting the stage. I know there's a term for it. I just can't remember. Anyway, so I cut out, I'd already cut her out, and then, or kind of cut her out, cut the lady out, even through there, and even through the fingers, and then, the only thing I didn't get is it had a little dangly ribbon, you know, off that book, and I was like, yeah, it ain't happening. Anyway, so this was part of a journal page. I just cut it out in a pattern, kind of, you know, whatever. Use some of my corner scissors. I think I've shown you them. If anybody wants to see them, I got them as part of that huge haul. Oh, I think I wanted to put danglies on this. Anyway, so let's get started. That's how I did the cover. And then I just mounted it on some chipboard. And glued that. That way I didn't have to mess with, is that gonna glue down? And it gives a little pop. I didn't do a whole lot. I tried. I looked at my lace, I looked at my ribbon, I looked at everything, and I was like, you know what? It's busy, it's flowery, it does not need anything else other than that. Alright, here we go. Yes, she's a chunky, but not as horrid as she could have been. Not as bad as the sewing one. O-M to the G. I'm embarrassed by that one. Anyway, so here's the front cover. I, you know, made a pocket out of page book. This is kind of what I did. Made a journal tag with my paper, you know, the food coloring in the squirt bottle. And then on this, I did a crackle medium, the translucent. And I thought I might watercolor them like I have done before, but I kind of like how it's crackled and you can still see through it. I don't know. What say you? I can't decide if I want to keep it like it is or do something to it. Alright, so here is the first signature, first page. Just did this one still cracks me up. I'm not childish. You're just a big duty head. I just like it. Does it have anything to do with her wonderful papers? No, I just liked it. So I just put some of them, I put some stuff, like I used glossy accents on this time clock, and then just, I had I think that's tracing paper. I either printed this on vellum or tracing paper. Hard for me to remember because I started this last year, and then, you know, I get journal ADD. I got crafting ADD too when I was doing home decor. Anyway, so there's that. And in here, I glued one of these. I did a wax seal on lace and didn't know what to do with it and was playing around, you know, several months ago, a year or more. And then glued it to that, velcroed it, and so there's some little bits of ephemera in there, I guess you could call it. And a clock, Just little things. I might could add some more. It did tear a little because of where it's at, so, you know, come on now. Might need to round those corners. But I might just leave them. Get in there. Get in there. There you go. So page 1, lots of writing room, and in between. Now, like I said, a lot of this stuff I had already glued on here. I mean, the signatures were set. You know, I needed to sew them in. I turned off this light, and I am having a hard time seeing it. I don't know about you, if it helps. There. So anyway, it was just a matter of doing anything in the middle that I might want to do, and then sewing them in. Here's another tag with this gauzy lace, and obviously it needed something to hold it on, so I have a bunch of colored staples, regular size. Ugh, so what are y'all doing? Did you have a good, are you having a good weekend? This is Saturday. It'll go up either Monday or Tuesday, I don't know. So here's this. And here's one here. And then it flips. And yes, they're 2 different ones. Obviously, this is some kind of pocket I made and then just did that too. Yeah. And here's that one, because it goes like this with the books. Put a little bird with my story. There's a quote from Pride and Prejudice. Medieval history book that is, I don't know, I can't remember when it came from. It is truly vintage. It is older than me. It is older than, I'm pretty sure it's older than my friend Donna, who is 60. Oh, I forgot. Look, there's a little pocket. Good thing I have a boatload of stuff to stick in there. And I can always change it if I want to. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in there that I wouldn't mind putting in. There we go. That looks nicer. Let's see what else I got that will fit. There. I have more tags than I know what to do with. I'll just use them for something else. Again, I keep telling myself I don't have to decorate everything. I don't. We don't have to. This I took, which is actually a pocket, I believe, in her Jane Austen kit, and I just made it a belly band. And then here's this. Hold on tight to your dreams. These butterflies came from Temu. Don't worry, you'll see that one again. Or one like it. Here's some washi stickers that I have that are, you know, space geared. I finally got some CD envelopes, and so I chose to do this kind of thing to them. And here's a nice hefty tag. It goes like this. I don't know, like that. It does not matter. It's space. And I think I was going to do something to the front of that and just never did. I will. Got a little tiny thumb notch. Use my space washi tape, of which I have a lot. And then, you know, the smaller center, and here's one of my pop outs. I use one of the butterfly stickers from Temu. You know, because I had to redo this whole thing as I did a video, my little fix video. Again, these are all JD papers, and you know, like this is a freebie. This may be a freebie. This is part of her Jane Austen kit, I think. Yeah. So we'll go through and I'll try to remember to say. This is one of the altered junk mail envelopes I made, and this thing likes to stick. There. It likes to stick on all of them. There. Shoot. Design flaw. And this one's tearing out of there. Anyway, you open it up. Here's a nice bright colorful, plentiful tag for writing. So, and then we have, I don't know what I'm going to do about that because that's stuck on there. So there we have a nice little charm. And what I did on this is made another journaling tag. This is a freebie. Now, this is part of paper that I got. Yeah, this is like, I think, yeah, because it's sparkly. So this is a paper pad that I bought with some of my food coloring and the sparkly paint in there. And then Soar with Wings Like Butterflies, I have a label maker. I bought colored labels for it, and they arrived yesterday, and they're off-brand, and they won't work. So I can only buy it through the brand. So it came with white, and I tried to not white it. I tried to not white it up, and it didn't come out very well. And I guess it will stick after the color will stay on there after a while. Anyway, these are watercolor die cuts, and then my die cut bird on my what did I do? Alcohol inks on photo paper. And I didn't do anything to that. I could, but I didn't, because you don't have to do everything to every page. That's what I keep telling myself. Here's another one on my labels, and I just had cut out stars that I did. This is more washi tape, obviously more space washi tape. I did this on book page quite a while ago, made pockets out of them. Thank you, Mitzi. That's from when you're doing your glue book, what to do with the extra pages. So again, her Proteus, Botanicals, Proteus, I don't remember. Their tulip kit, because you know I love my tulips. Pride and Prejudice. And then I just made well, we'll go to this one. This is from the Hummer. I call it the Hummer, the Hummingbird kit. And I just heat embossed some of the tags and made a little banner to tuck and up tuck. And then all I did was take a larger, like 2-inch paper clip. I'm sorry, I'm losing myself. Tied the matching fabric to it and used it there because I needed something to hold that down. And here is, I had Dollar Tree napkins, and I did them in the, what do you call it? Cereal bag liner. I got that from Natasa TreasureBooks, which I need to make sure I tag her. You know I will eventually. Get a piece of paper. I'm looking for my pad. Here we go. Alright, let's get going. Tags. Natasa, Janie B. Okay, that's a D, but it's supposed to be a B. There we go. Alright, and then in it, obviously from Jane Austen, the pocket. Oh, I got something in it that I don't want in my mouth. A hair. And then I stenciled lightly, tried to inside, slide it up the belly band or down, depending on what you want. I don't know. That is up to you. And then here's the back. I just have a little glossy accented embellishment from her Scotland kit, which that's about the only one I used in here. I do not know what kit these came from. I really don't. I don't. This is the Yellow Roses one. Again, I really only use backing. And there's that. It's like, why is it doing that? Because it's got a friggin' lot of pockets in here. I used my die, which gave you 4 pockets. And so, of course, I had to fill them. Butterflies on the back. And then here's another envelope with vintage book page from Mitzi. I know, it doesn't match the theme of it. I don't care. Oh look, I used this one twice. Oops, bad me. Put another one of my, you know, wax seals. Can't think of the name. These are from My Story. Nice and bright. Serenity with books. And here is a little tiny tag that says memories. What are you doing, Missy? What is Missy doing? What are you doing? Were you outside? No, you weren't. You wondering who I'm talking to? I'm talking to my audience, but really I'm talking to myself. Oh, you're gonna get your ear itchy? Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, go play. I like toddlers. Tissue paper with backing pages from the Cosmos. Same one here. This is cut apart from a paper pad that I have. A washi tape. And a big old yellow bird on there because I liked it. I thought it went. What do you want, Missy? Okay. Good girl. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Go. Go. Good girl. Belly band. Lace belly band. I made this hidden paper clip. This one vexed me mightily. I made it earlier today. I don't know where these two came from. I acquired a bunch of leftover cast off stuff, and then I just put the lace, one of these little charm thingies that you can get from Walmart. It's light pink, if it'll stop, and then just a piece of flower fabric and another charm, and here you go. And it's here to help these tags stay in. So here's a nice pretty blue one, and then that botanical, and look, yeah. Unfortunately, that's not gonna stay very well. So here we go. I put a little tiny pocket on the back with little tiny things in here, and a little tiny envelope with little tiny tags in it. I'd forgotten all about this. I just did this a few days ago too. Alright, come on. Ooh. Did y'all see that? Oh my gosh. I hope y'all saw that. I hope that was on there because that was funny. Boom! Surprise! And I actually have another little tiny tag in here that was specifically for that, and I forgot where I put it. There. Not like I forgot where I put the little tag. I forgot where I put the little pocket back here. So I don't know if this will fit. Nope. Nope. So anyway, here we go. This tag has a little tiny pocket in it where little tiny tags can go. And a little tiny envelope with little tiny stamps. I thought that was cool. Because, you know, me and my tinies and my littles. And that was also to help this short up so it'll all stay in here. And I really do want that like that. I want that to go in. And here's the other one again. So, and just in case, we'll leave those like that. In case it's needed, we got the little, there you have it. Another belly band with the same tissue and, you know, ironed with the cereal bag. My gosh, I don't want to talk today. And here is, I'm not even sealing it, you know, because you can write on it. And then a vintage book page in, I think it's Italian. I think, I don't know. There you go. It goes right in there. Get in there. Got some art book in here too. I'm looking at that going, And then the other part of an envelope the beginning part. So, oh, this is just a, this is so you can do it like that. And what the hay in a hay basket did I do with the stuff I was supposed to put in it? I probably, most likely, is that gonna fit? That'll fit. So there we go. And I can put more in there like that. Here, let's put one in here like that. And then there is another tiny little, this is glossy accents on another one of the embellishments for the tulip kit. Just made a little tiny pocket out of there. More of that lace from like the belly band. I did this one a long time ago. I just collaged on top of it, which I liked. A vellum, not a vellum, what is this? Plastic bag. It's not vellum. What did I, is it? Not vellum, acetate. I can't remember what I did this out of. It was so long ago. It was a challenge to use plastic, I think it was. I have a video on when I did that. It was Think Outside the Box challenge. I'll tag that. Think Outside the Box challenge. It was with Tommi over at Paper Crafting with Miss Tommi, and I can't remember who else. Sorry. Anyway, Jane Austen tag. I think these actually came from another kit. I don't remember. Anyway, so what I did is I just embossed it and then put stuff on it. I sewed around it and then glued it in here. I just trying to remember what I did that on. The same challenge. Again, I'll link it. So here's the centerpiece of this. I just wanted it to stay, and that's actually where I got the front from. At least that's the center signature. I did this a long time ago. I think this is Flora's Secret. And medieval history. And then another tulip page, that Proteus Botanicals, and this I had glued on there a while ago. You know, with the My Story, and here's the other half of that envelope. Like, oh look, the story is twice, and I didn't even realize that. Oops, oh well. You know, here's from the hummingbird kit, got a hummingbird on top of it, because on the back, because why not? And inside the window, you can see him, and there's the, I think the last of the tulip embellishments. You know I like tulips. Y'all know that. And if you didn't, you know it by now. This was a challenge to myself to do something different with an envelope. And this is one that came with, when I got a few Your Creative Studios. And then, so I made a belly band out of part of it. And then here goes Everyone is a Moon, and then it has a dark side, which he never shows to anybody, by Mark Twain. My die cuts that I did out of the paper pad, that space paper pad, and then backed it with that. With more of her Cosmos. That came from the Cosmos kit. And this came from the Jane Austen kit. And with a quote, "If I loved you less, I might be able to talk about it more," from Emma. Alright, get up here. It's die cut, sticking the die cut. And then here's a cute little tag from the Emma, you know. There we go. Jane Austen. It isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do. From Sense and Sensibility. There we go. Another part of this half of the art book. This I made, actually I did it to fix a oopsie on this page that I changed for some reason. I put, and it's really big because I gusseted it. So I had to make a book. I had to make a book. Anyway, here's all this washi trying to cover all the torn. I tried not to do that, but it was impossible. So since it was so big and everything was going to fall out, I went ahead and, you know, oh, here I have, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Oh, come on. Let's see. I'm trying to see if you can see it. I can't even see it when I... Anyway, it says tune in, turn on, and drop out. Because, you know, why not? Yeah, you can barely see it. I did get transparent labels from a label maker, and these are oval. I really wished it would show more, but it's just not. You can see the sticker, but anyway, oh, shut up and go on with the show. So what I did is I printed it I printed this image both on, I did it on this, the other side of my paper, and then I did it in tracing paper and glued it strategically, used double-sided tape, and then sewed it so you can't really see it, and it is just a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, it's upside down, 6, and this unfolds. This thing just drives me nuts trying to stay in frame. And so the tag I just sewed in the middle, and so you close it up like that, and then you turn the page. So how many would I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14. I've lost. I can't believe I sewed the violin. And yes, that's the actual my handwriting. There you go. And a little tiny on that, and it slips right on in here. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt, or help with the not making it chunky. So I got these little tiny tulip paper clips. I'd wanted them for a long time, and finally got them off of that site. And of course, I didn't realize the tulip, it didn't go all the way up, because you can't, you're not allowed to see anything. You know, you look at the photo of it, you're not allowed to, you know, like Amazon, it'll show the backs. Nope. So I just stamped, and then another Jane Austen quote from, "There is nothing I would not do for those who are really my friends. I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not my nature." Jane Austen from Northanger Abbey. So, there we go. Another one of the book page, glue book page envelopes that I had, or pocket, that I had made several months ago. Here is a pocket from the Proteus one, and instead of, or an envelope, instead of making it an envelope, I just made it a drop down, you know, stamps. This is where I wanted to make them yellow, and I forgot to clean off my stamp, and I really like how the black and the yellow turned out. Happy accident. So anyway, and then I used it as a pocket in the back. So we just have 3 cute little tags, and backed them in purple, and I think this is her blue flowered one, but I can't remember for sure. There are 3 different kits in here, and on these tags. So there we go. And turn the page. Here is the other envelope, and I believe I did this on camera. And this one is a BITCH because I can't tie a bow. So you untie it like this. That's glued on there. And then you open it up. Let's pull it down. And here is a nice, pretty tag with lots of writing space on the back. And we're going to ignore that corner that just didn't work out for me. So I have these 2 little tiny punches. One punches the top of the page, and then the other one is little birdies, little like doves and a heart, that do the bottom. And this one just went off the rails. I think I need to glue that down. So here you get to watch my really cruddy bow tying skills. I need to, oh, it's already 4:30. I've been down here all day. I really have. I mean, well, I went out and watered the front and some of the back, almost everything. I watered really well yesterday. So but I planted that new plant. There it is. I planted this. And so it needs, obviously it needs water because it's just getting established in its new home. And here's more pockets. This is the London kit. This is not, I did this I think on the same video as that. I made a little tag pocket. Somebody that I know was asking what to do with how to make pockets on all these envelopes. So I was showing her, and then I put die cuts. And these I got from somebody, and I can't remember. Not the same as this. I don't know. If I remember, I'll link her. It's all on the tip of my tongue. And so this one, I just used some burlap lace and had cut this in the children's hospital. I cut it off this page. When I did it, I had one of my successful coffee dyed pages with is a doily. The problem is it gets saturated and then it gets underneath it, and so you get maybe 1 or 2 good prints before it all starts going TU, if you know what I mean. I think I got this from the Dollar Tree. I can't remember. It came, I bought an actual ribbon with it, and then I sent the ribbon to Mitzi because, she was doing a bee theme journal. Here's some tags, more of my washi and stickers. Enjoy today with a nice star. And hopefully, maybe you can see this one. You can barely see there's writing on it. It says to boldly go. And if you know it, you know it. This one, I was going to put a paperclip. Like, nurse, I cannot talk. It's like I try and then the words get tied up in my head. So this is, I need to reglue that. So you untie this, made it a really small bow. Really didn't tie it. I think it was just a strip of fabric that I had, so it wasn't gonna be any longer. And this is a half an hour flip through and more. We're only on the second here. Okay, so here we go. Right out. I bought these from, I think it's my Porch Prints. So let me glue the coming the corners off. Like I said, I've gone to double-sided tape because I just can't handle the glue stick. I don't like how it gets all gloopy and globby, and so trifold. Just made it out of a piece of paper, one of the backing pages from the nurse's kit, and then just did that. Pin in your glue. Oh, Mitzi, I was thinking of you last night, and while I was cracking up because I had some of this stuff upstairs because I was making this next project that I have. I'm actually going to try to do Christmas in July. I got about a little less than 3 weeks. Okay, 1 day less than 3 weeks from my foot surgery, and I won't be down here for a while. Anyway, so I have this stuff upstairs, Mitzi. The whole point was I had this and other stuff upstairs, and I grabbed it, and I don't know what it hit, but it flew at my face, hit my face, and it took me about 5 minutes to find this pin because it knocked whatever, I can't even remember what I hit. Whatever I hit knocked this pin right out and threw it like 3 feet across the room. Yeah, I had to look for it, couldn't find it. So I was laughing Mitzi, and I was like, oh man, I gotta tell Mitzi this. She'd find this very funny, just as funny as I find it. Because you know, if you're not gonna laugh at yourself, well, life is gonna go pretty hard if you don't have a sense of humor. You know, if you take yourself too seriously, truly, there, that tiny, truly, life is gonna be difficult. Anyway, and I'm always up for laughing at myself because, you know, I figure, why not? Someone somewhere else probably is. And why is this suddenly not wanting to go in? There. A little bit decoration on this. Pride and Prejudice. Laugh as much as you choose, but you will not laugh me out of my opinion. And here's another tissue paper pocket that I made with the matching it's the same backing page. Here's the big old card, which I put some lace and then some fabric. Give him a book and he will read all day long. And then you stick that in there. And here's a tissue bow, and it got folded. Dang it! It's been folded for a while too. Okay, so it's just a little envelope with some vintage book page. I've got all of this and I've been hoarding it because I don't know what to do with it. And, you know, Mitzi tucks them in little, you know, envelopes and what have yous, and so I thought I'd give it a whirl. And next page, big old book page pocket. This one. You'll know it, and you know it if you know it. So here's the back. Your crazy is showing. You might want to tuck that back in. And I like it because it really matches this whimsical bird here, but it gets better. Okay, so you have that altered playing card, obviously, backed with the Cosmos backing paper. And this side, this guy, he looks just crazy. I mean, come on. And it says, I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested. So if you know, you know. And if you know, you got to drop it down in the comments. Your crazy is showing. And then this one. I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested. If you know it, drop it in the comment box. Anyway, if you like that card, I thought it was hilarious. You're crazy. Because I'm, you know, looking at that, and I'm like, oh, she, you know, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I might have found this first, and then I had to find the craziest looking, because it just, she's looking at him going, you're crazy, Sean. And look at him. He's all cross-eyed, and like, you want the cartoon, when they get hit in the head. Yeah, that's, yeah, that's my song. Big old writing tag from my story. I actually used tracing paper for a pull to kind of match that, but blend in. And so here's another tuck with little journaling cards. And this is paper. This is vellum on jelly print. That worked because I think I was picking up paint and I sprayed the jelly plate, and then I kind of go over it, and so the water globs together and leaves empty spots. And of course so does vellum, because vellum doesn't like liquids, doesn't like getting wet. Look for the moon on this one. Goodness. And then it's not time or opportunity that is to determine intimacy. It is disposition alone. 7 years would be insufficient to make some people acquainted with each other, and 7 days are more than enough for others. By Marian in Sense and Sensibility, and I totally read that in her voice. And then this one, which I just finished, all I did was attach a couple charms on either side. So, a little envelope and key, and then you untie it, which is really not easy to get this there. This was not easy, and if you need to, you can this, and then you got to go one at a time. Here's an envelope. This is the nurses with a very thin tag in there, and oh yeah, very thin tags. So I printed these, and I was supposed to print them on this side. This side was supposed to be the back. I put it in wrong because it's shimmery, and so then I had to spray the shimmery on the back. Anyway, they're very thin. They're just like 32 pounds. And then, oops, look, there's another one. There's 4 of them. Get out of here. There we go. Again, the nurse's junk journal kit. Place that in right there. And then these, same thing. How to become a trained nurse. How about we move those around? And then you just slide them. Okay. Slide them. Because I got them in here, of course. There we go. And then you kind of bend them just slightly. I know, it's fiddly. It was fiddly to make. Oops. So it's fiddly to make. Sorry if that was off camera the whole time. Anyway, so here you go. We're going to slide it back in. Bend just a little bit. Not a hard bend. And then tie a bow in it. But you got to tie it too tight because then that bends in. See, this has been my problem the whole time. Besides getting this how I wanted, it's making sure that that doesn't get too tight. But yet that does. It was just fiddly. I got this idea from Suzanne over at Nonstop Paper Crafts, and I was doing it from memory. You know, you see something you really like, and you're like, oh, I want to do that. And then you do it from memory. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, and usually it looks completely different. So here's more of this book page, and I put just the bear and the buns from the London kit. And what I'm going to do here is get out my label printer and stick it right there. It gives it just a little bit more. Actually, let's try this. There. See? Gives it just a little bit more thing, and you can still write on it. Here's the flip out Color Your World, my label maker on transparent. Put some butterflies on it. There's the back. I had die cut out. There it is. I don't know what happened to the other one, so it must have like went bye-bye. But I actually marked these where to glue. Oh, I might have used it. Where to glue and where not to glue to get the effect that I wanted. So here are the 2 tiny little journal cards. I love this. I have a bunch of this fabric in different colors. And they're actually ombre, which I really like. But so there's a little bit of a thumb notch out of this. And obviously, this is her tulip kit. And then this one. Another quote from Pride and Prejudice. Indulge your imagination in every possible flight. Obviously, she's talking about a butterfly. There's that. Joy deep in my soul. And then this little cute thing, which that is barely long enough. You know, and it's hard to judge how much you want to. And so flip, flip. There we go. You get to see the cutout on both sides. And there'd be writing spot. There be writing spot. This was Mahatma Gandhi. To forget how to dig the earth and to tend the soil is to forget ourselves. If you like gardening, Gandhi, but I can't stand gardening. I don't like yard work. Never have. I don't like it now. I like the way it looks. I just don't want to have anything to do with the upkeep of it. That's just how I am. And this I did her London kit. I die cut out from a freebie, a coffee, it looks like coffee to me, but anyway, a freebie from Jane, and then on my label maker I put London, which you can't see. And here's this that I threw in there, and here's a big tag with nothing on it, coffee dyed paper from quite a while ago. And then here we go, Cleopatra's Needle. And there we go. it's center signature, which you saw from my last, when I fixed my oopsie. You know, I fixed the oopsie in the first signature, but didn't show you. I showed you that oopsie. And that's how you have it. It's a little bit big for what I have. I could have made this come out. The cut, I could have made it a little bit bigger. Okay, here is an altered paper clip. I have big ones, and they came in bright colors, and so I just stripped off the green. So here we go. Here's a little person. I don't think this was a Janie B. I think this was a Pride and Prejudice from Victoria. So same fabric, and then I put some trim and a little bit of ribbon. And under that, even I put, and on top of all of that, so I have my backing paper, my shimmery backing paper. And then on top of that, I put the fabric, and then I put that trim from all that flowery stuff. I put everything away, so I can't show you. Anyway, and then I attached this charm because I thought it looked really good, and I just got these, finally bit the bullet, and I got these red jasper beads, put spacers in them, hooked it to that, tied a ribbon around it. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. It's just on there because you can hide the ugliness behind the journal cards. So it can go anywhere. Journaling tags. Again, put some flower trim, ribbon, one of her phrases, words, dream. Here's an up tuck from that same, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is like the fourth time. Cereal bag, Dollar Tree napkin, iron it. There we go. This actually flips open up to the top, and I put Love You to the Moon and Back. Again, this is from that paper pad. It was, I think it's Color Box, I don't know. And then some stars and a half moon. It doesn't really need anything else because it'll start bowing that. There we go. This is the rose gold kit. It has some flowers. It's gorgeous. This is the same thing that I showed you over here, and I had nothing. I made a gusseted pocket out of it and shoved it as full as I could get it. So each one I tried to do different, but you know, like I changed it up. I have the light violet and lilac purple, and then I matched it with blue to bring out the blue flower. I know. What did I do? Mitzi, what am I doing? Who am I? This is showed up. Well, it only had so many quotes, but yeah, this is like, what, the third or fourth time? You do what you can do, right? Get up here. So, yep, it's chunky. It's a chunkamunka. Candace, you were right. It does not, though, need a forklift to get it out. It just, I think this goes in the front. There you go. Anyway, it's cute, and you can still write on it if you do that. Because these actually, the way I did them, they lie very flat. Oh, I was going to do something there, and, forgot all about it. Big old journaling tag. And I did put something on the back, so now you can't write on the back. It's the truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Opening sentence of Pride and Prejudice. Which is like my favorite one. And then more of this. That is Italian, I think. Anyway, a lot of the European languages, well, they all have the same origin. So here is a flip down junk mail envelope where I cut windows in them, put some tracing paper in another one of her freebies, collage some paper, I made washi tape out of this. So here's the cat's meat man. And then here's why I was chuckling at myself. I made a vintage paper. I made a vintage pocket thing that you pull out, though you put vintage paper in it. You know, medieval history. And this one was fun because, is it this one? Yeah, it's printed on, it's not the printing that is crooked. I figured this out when I was cutting it for something. It's not the paper that's crooked, or the words that are crooked. It's the paper is crooked. It's like cut on an angle. Weird. Anyway, so this one, I'm not going to unfold it very much because it's cracking. And I'll let them, whoever wants this journal, if I ever put it up on Ko-fi, whatever. Anyway, I had alcohol this just to see what would happen. Anyway, that's vintage, too many handlings of it, and it will crack and fall apart. So that was the last page of that. Now we have the very end of the signature, or the whole dang thing, and I made, this is an envelope. I did that on purpose. Put all the washi tape. But I left it blank because if you put your name and address and everything on a white label, it'll still mail this. And then I stuffed it. I put one of the big art pages from the Louvre book that I showed you that I tore apart. So we got the embarkation for Cythera in 1717. Antoine Watteau, 1684 to 1721. Wow, he painted this not long before. And this one is Claude Lorraine. Claude Gelée, 1600 to 1682, and Harbor Landscape was seen from the Odyssey. Okay, so they're sailing off. Forgive my really, really bad French accent and pronunciation there. So anyway, so yeah, here we are. We have it. This is a really long flip through. Oh my goodness. No, I did not decorate that because you don't need to decorate everything. Here's my question. Is I did not put anything on the back, and where the hey did that thing go? Oh man, I set it aside. There it is. I was thinking of putting this little London goodbye, but I don't know because, well, I don't know. So you tell me. Drop it in the comment box where that quote came from, for one, and if I should put this back here, maybe on chipboard, because it says goodbye. No kids looking out the thing. Anyway, so there you have it. There is finally, after at least a year, we have the Ode to Janie B done. I hope she likes what I have done, if she watches it at all. Yeah, so there we go. I'm not gonna even bother anymore. My chunky monkey, and I may have to put dangles on here. That might be what the point was. I'll have to think about it. So there we have it. If you like this and like any of my videos and haven't subscribed yet, please, oh no, it came off. Crap on a crap cracker. I'm really bad at this stuff. I mean, like, really bad at it. And it came off. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment box. You have two instructions. One, if you know where that quote came from, you gotta say it. Two, if I should put this on the back, like on chipboard or something. Subscribe, comment, share with your friends, like, and I think that's it. And on that note, I bid you adieu and peace out. Bye, guys.